Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today is part 2 of the Monster Jam build here in Scrap Mechanic. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. That was yesterday, I'll link it in the description. Today, we have made a tremendous amount of progress on the arena, and as you can see, I've built my Toro Loco. This was something I mentioned yesterday about building, and I have to say, it came out pretty good. The paint job's a little wonky on it, but of course we always have to paint things in a very unique manner in Scrap Mechanic. But anyways folks, remember if you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic, leave this video a thumbs up, helps out my channel. And there will be a download link in the description. You also do need the Derf mod in order to run this map with the monster trucks. Alright, yesterday I talked about having a very epic entrance for the Monster Jam Stadium, and I don't think it gets any more patriotic and awesome than the American flags. So we're going to pull up into here. Let's go ahead and turn on our gas suspension. There we go. We're going to trip the first sensor. There we go. Let me see if I can get the camera to work with me here. Look at that. We've got the flames, we've got the American flag, the lights. This seems so epic, and we're just going to drive down into the arena here, trip the second sensor, and you are good to go. So we're going to test out this truck here in a second. I'll show you how it works. We've got a couple other trucks over there, and then we'll show you the new additions to the arena. Alright, so here's the new entrance to the Monster Jam arena. I couldn't think of anything better to do than have American flags up there, have the thrusters going off. If only we can like put some music in the game and have some fireworks, that would be even more epic. And maybe a flyover. Maybe we'll get the jet and we'll have a flyover before the event. So we have that. I want to thank Mr. Scrubmaster and Acorn Games. They came in here and helped me do this little arena, or help me, I don't want to say finish it up, because it still feels like we can do more. Comment below with suggestions for other things you want to see here and other trucks, because building that Toro Loco was absolutely fun. But anyways, like I said, I want to thank them. I'm going to link their workshops in the description. They will have stuff like trucks in their workshop, so if you want to check those out and get them. So yeah, this is all wired up and good to go here. You can see the first sensor, you trip it here, and it lights everything up, all the thrusters, and then you trip the second sensor down here and it turns them off. So it seems like kind of a grand entrance for the monster trucks there. So you've got that. We've added TV towers to each corner of the stadium here. I might add maybe a little booth or something, maybe in the middle behind the stands there. But yeah, that is for the Monster Jam crew to film the events. I think it actually just looks cool because it adds a little bit more atmosphere to the stadium itself. Nothing has changed behind the stands. I still haven't added any like shops or anything yet. On the far end, we do have some things over there to show you. Now, you do notice a lot of these events, it's kind of like any racing event, there's a lot of sponsors involved. So we've got some sponsors on the wall. You've got Scrap Soda, Gas, Porta-Poo, that actually looks really cool, and Thrust. So those are all kind of just welded on the wall. Pretty far out of the way. I was a little worried at first that they would stick out, even with the one block, but they're in spots that your monster truck wasn't going to fit in the first place. So, you know, don't worry about hitting the banners. Plus, it only gives the sponsor more TV time when you do hit the banners. So, I guess go ahead and hit them. I don't know. So yeah, you can see the TV towers on the far side. Let's go ahead and walk over there, and we're going to make a run with the new Toro Loco monster truck, which I'm still in love with that thing. It looks awesome. At first, I was going to do the, I think it was Maximum Destruction. But then I saw this one, and I was like, you know what, we're doing that. So yeah, over on this side, we've got another new monster truck here. The one to the right, that's Scrubmaster's from the yesterday's episode. It's Big Toe, which is totally not Bigfoot. That's on the right side here. Mr. Acorn Games, he did create a monster truck here. It's called the Monster Muscle. It's based off a old Cadillac. They've got the big, almost like tail fins on it. It actually looks really cool. It's got that classic look. You've got the pink body with the white top on it. Really epic. It is a bit of a heavy one. He did use metal parts on this one. I kind of prefer to use the lightweight because the chassis can really only take so much. Let's go ahead and give this thing a brief test here. Where's the seats under here somewheres? These seats are like real monster truck seats. You've got to enter in from the bottom, so keep that in mind. But I do think he actually created a very epic shape with this one. Yeah, this one's definitely up. You can tell, you can feel the weight on this one. I might need to adjust the motors a bit. It is really stable though, so you get more weight on it. It pins it down to the ground a bit more. It turns actually relatively well. I'm actually really impressed with that. That works. We could always, if we need a little bit more ride height, the gas suspension is activated right now. But we can always adjust the suspension itself since that's a thing in Scrap Mechanic. I really wish that was a thing when I first did the Monster Truck 2.0 episode, because that would have helped me out quite a bit. Let's go ahead. We're going to attempt to hit something. I don't think we're going to get as much air in this one. You know what? It's still got a fair amount of air. Oh, we might end up in the stands here. Sorry, people. Sorry. But anyways, I'm really digging the way this one looks. Still love that classic car look. That just, it says something. I mean, there is a style of vehicle that never gets old. Even though it's considered a classic car, that is such a recognizable body that it will last forever, in my opinion. So definitely thanks to him for building that. We're going to go over to the back side of the arena and check out some of the new additions. Okay, so what kind of arena doesn't have some sort of jumbotrons? So we've got 2 screens here on this end. I would like to add one more set of screens. I don't know if it would be down there where the entrance is, or maybe we can suspend them somehow. I almost pictured building the stadium upward and then having maybe a screen in the middle of it over the big jump. I don't know if that's possible. I think it might be. I'm not getting any lag at the moment, but you never know when Scrap Mechanic's going to decide that you've built enough. So we're going to hop over here. Of course, yesterday I showed you guys the view that you get from the stands. Not a bad seat in the house. You'll be able to catch all the Monster Jam action. I highly suggest actually trying this out with your friends and maybe holding a little Monster Jam rally. So let's hop over back here. This is the new fan zone back here. This is kind of to enhance the fan experience at the track. There is a stage back here. Let's go ahead and climb up the stairs over here. So we would walk up here. This actually looks so legit. I like the way that it has like atmosphere to it. It feels like this might be an actual legitimate arena slash, I keep saying stadium, and I don't think I should say stadium. It's not quite to stadium status yet. So yeah, this is a little fan zone. This is like a VIP. Of course, we do have a little bit of a fence here. I really don't know if that's going to protect a monster truck or protect the fans from a monster truck sitting in their laps, because it's just a fence. I don't know, you'd be amazed by all these racetracks and what like a catch fence does and keeps very heavy vehicles out of the stands. So maybe it will work, I don't know. So if you got that, you've got some little picnic tables here. This is temporary. We do have porta potties. We do need a permanent bathroom facility that will probably be under the grandstand somewheres. And we do have a little bit of a concert stage. So say before the event, we can have some live music. Just try to make it a full fun day for the family. So yeah, we got a stage up here. This stage might look a bit familiar. This is somewhat from my theme park. I had a stage very similar to this. I did have to modify it a whole bunch. I used to have a backstage. I wanted it to set on top of this platform here. Still does the epic pyro. Let's go ahead and zoom out here. You stand here, you're singing. There goes some flames. There we go. I need to create some instruments for this. Need some drums here, maybe some guitars. We did cover a music shop the other day in our viewer creation episode. Maybe we could take some of the objects from that and maybe stick them over there. So yeah, that's the little fan zone area. Really happy with the way that came out. Let's go ahead and hop up here. I still have not hooked all the lights together. I figured out a error in my ways that it's going to be a pain to do that. I still want to do it to where we hit a switch and all the lights come on, but I'm going to need to have some patience because I have to grab every light and hook it into a gate. I really should have did this while I was building the stands. Alright, to get up into Toro Loco, you look under the chassis here, and you can see the press E to use. There we go. We are ready to go. These things don't have much of a view out of them because I use the racing seat because it's a skinny seat that you can set in here, so when you're in first person, yeah, that's not pretty. Kind of wish that would set a little higher. I don't know, I need to go check through. I might be able to use the block seat to maybe create a custom one, because I would like to be able to drive these in first person. So obviously Toro Loco is a bull. It has like a face on it, a little bit of a you can see its teeth, and I couldn't do that with the paint, which is kind of a shame. I almost started to use these curved parts to try to create teeth, but it looked really, really odd. So I went with just a traditional, you've got its mouth, its nose ring, and its nostrils there. And you can see on the hood where it's shaped a little bit different. I have like a 1x1 curved piece, and then on the sides it's a 1x2 curved piece going up. And then of course you've got the horns itself. I really didn't think I was going to be able to make those look right. And I think they look actually pretty decent. They're not quite as pointed as the horns on the truck itself, but we don't, even with the mods, have parts that quite look like that. So you've got that. Really satisfied with the truck body. You've got the rear wheel wells that actually kind of curve out a bit. Everything looks pretty legit. We've even got lights on it, even though the real Monster Jam trucks don't have actual working lights. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. I think Gravedigger is one of the ones that actually has lights on the front of his. Alright, so let's activate that gas suspension. Let's take this thing out for a little bit of a run. I'm still practicing with this course. It still takes a little bit to get used to. But yeah, we can hop up there, kind of pop a wheelie here, trying to stay on our rears. That'll definitely satisfy the judges. Speaking of judges, we really need to get a section for press and the judges for the freestyle events. Let's go ahead and hop up here over the trucks. Let's see if we can, I'm going to be at a weird angle. I might not be able to hit these buses. Oh no, oh no. The wheels, you can see them kind of freaking out. That's one thing that I cannot prevent at the moment. I'm trying to figure out a way around it. You can see sometimes when you hit an object, like it'll fold completely sideways. And I really wish those bearings would hold up a little bit better. If you guys have any suggestions for that, I don't know what I could really change suspension-wise to fix that. I think I just lost. See, there it is. Yeah, it completely lodges. I mean, that does happen in Monster Jam events. They break these tire rods and all that really easily. Like, you see it all the time, especially in freestyle when they're getting all that air. Not so much in race events, but let's go ahead. We're going to hit this one more time over here. There we go. That's the air I like to see. Pop into a wheelie, go up on the school buses. See, that would have scored some points, I believe. But yeah, I was having a lot of fun. Me and Scrubmaster, when we initially put this together, we actually just sat there and played with the trucks for a good while, just running over the stuff and just having fun, because this is what, to me, what Scrap Mechanic's all about, and I do need to get back into doing this a bit more, doing vehicle builds, and doing builds where I know you guys can go in here and just play around. I know a lot of people do role play, say in my town map, which, by the way, that's not stopping or anything. I'm still going to do the town map. That's still my main series. But I will be doing more stuff like this, and uh-oh, wall ride. There we go. Does this one still, okay, we know this one does wheelies. Does this one still do the nose stoppy? Let's see if we can get it to do that. Hit the brakes. Oh, still does, look at that. There we go, just kind of tapping the S key here to try to keep those wheels moving. I think I said this yesterday, I don't know if a monster truck can do that. I know they can do it on their backs. I would assume maybe they can do it on the fronts like this. There we go, and we are off. I still need to do one more thing to this middle ramp. I need to add something to those corners. That way, say if you're going to hit it at a really bad angle, you would still be able to pop up and get at least a little bit of air on it. That's the only thing I think I might be able to improve on. And maybe we can add some more obstacles. It seems like it's pretty crowded already. And it seems like we have the right amount, but we can always possibly add some more stuff, or maybe add some stuff that we can change in and out of it. I don't know. But anyways, folks, that's probably going to about wrap it up for today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this build. Like I said, it will be a Dropbox link. You do need the Derf mod. I will link that in the description. It's extremely easy to install. I don't have a tutorial on it, but it's got a README file that shows you exactly what you need to do. And if you screw it up, Scrap Mechanic's not that big of a download. You can always, retry and reinstall the game. But yeah, I'm going to try to get Toro Loco on the workshop along with the rest of them. I will link the other guys' workshops in the description. Say if you want Big Toe or Monster Muscle, you can get those off their workshop. My workshop's still broken. This is a very common issue in Scrap Mechanic. There is workarounds for it, but it's really a pain in the rear end. And then I've heard of instances where it breaks the workshop again after just a little bit. So I'm going to need to find somebody to upload this. Maybe I'll get Scrubmaster to upload this to his workshop, and then he'll share it over to mine, and then I'll have it available there. If you want to join my Steam group, that's where I post updates, and that's where my workshop, you'll see every time I add something new. I'll link that down in the description too. We are over 900 members on that workshop, or on that Steam group, so thanks to all who tune into the videos, interact with me on the Steam group, and overall just love the content. But anyways, folks, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. If you like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel. We will be returning to some My Summer Car, City Skylines, hopefully some more brick rigs, and we'll probably be doing some more, maybe some Scrap Mechanic Town, maybe a little bit more monster trucks. If you have any particular favorite monster truck that you want to see, comment below, and I'll see what I can do, see if I can put it together for you guys. But yes, have a good Sunday, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you.